We talk about the transition that we do a lot in a flow sequence of going from the tripod dog where we have one leg up in downward facing dog, stepping into a lunge. And so I'll just show you what those look like without the props, and then how you may be able to use the props to create a little more space to do the step through. So it feels like you have a little bit more flow happening and you can really start to focus on the alignment in the movement. So the downward facing dog position, we'll start there, and then you take a leg up. And what we're talking about today is that step through of bringing the leg toward the chest and then dropping the foot so that you're prepped, ready to come up into that high lunge situation. This can be really hard to get in and out of, especially if the hip system isn't quite ready or the hamstring hasn't released enough in order to step forward fully. And then also there's a lot of ab control. It's a pretty dynamic flow request. And so today I wanted to show you how to use two blocks to make it a little bit easier. Blocks always left and right corners of the mat, and that's going to be an easy way for you to access those as you start to move through the flow. Personally, I like to have them just sitting right on the sticky mat, take my hands near them, and then step into downward facing dog. So from here, I'll inhale, take that leg up. Then as I exhale, I bring the knee toward the chest, kind of like a 3-point plank. It's here that I may decide, okay, I'm going to bring my foot down, so I'm nice and stable, grab the blocks. In essence, the blocks are making my arms longer, and it's giving me some space to step that foot forward, so that once I do decide to come up, I can really engage the leg muscles and the abs and lengthen the heart, and then start to take the arms all the way up. But if you're working on the lunge, you're going to keep the hands on the blocks for a moment just to assess your step width. You may want to smudge the back toe back so that you can start getting into that space of opening the hips here versus keeping the booty really high. We want to open the hamstring, get into the hip system so that when we do start to come up, we're starting to create more space in the lower back as opposed to collapsing in the spine. We're getting length to reach down through the soles of the feet, rise up through the crown of the head. So you'll come back down, and then this is where it can be a little tricky. Sometimes people want to stay on the blocks, but it's better to take the foot back, bring the hands down so you're nice and stable, and then step the leg back and up, and then come on down. So you can hopefully see how the blocks can give you a huge advantage in the sense that they actually make your arm longer so that it gives you a little bit more space for the hip system to experience that step through high lunge situation. So hopefully this has given you a little insider view on how to use props in your flow. So I will see you again on the mat. Thanks for watching. Namaste.